You cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. Old Chinese proverb, which basically means grief from death of someone cannot be mastered or conquered, but you can learn to live with it, your great loss. Is basically what that is saying. Because as the years go by, life has a way of dealing its pain and challenges to everyone. And the longer you live, the greater your chances of being hit by a major grief, and there's no easy way out or quick cure for it, such as life. But grief resolution is something that you must go through sometime in your life, and it is best to not to repress your grief, or you will just have to deal with it, the whole painful process later in your life, and it will be more difficult and complicated later on. The sooner you deal with your grief, the better it is when it comes to grief. And everyone is hit with grief sooner or later, and sorrow, and even ministers. No one is immune to the effects of grief and sorrow. We are all human beings, and all humans have to deal with grief at some time or another in their life. And how you deal with it is what is important. But the thing is, you must deal with it. Don't suppress it. Do not keep it bottled up. And there are 5 things to keep in mind when dealing with sorrow. One is physical care. Take care of your body. Get plenty of rest and sleep. Have a proper diet, and even exercise can help. And of course, avoid alcohol and, of course, drugs, because these only mask and hide the symptoms of sorrow and grief. They do not help you cure it. Secondly, there's some emotional care and keeping things together. Express your grief creatively and cry if need be. Cry it out. Don't keep your emotions bottled up. This is one of the worst things you can do. Spiritual comfort is another. Dealing with the spiritual side of bereavement is also important to your mental and physical health, because keeping your emotional and emotions and spiritual comfort, if you keep your emotions bottled up, they can not only cause mental problems, but they can cause physical illness. Fifth, there's social support. There's your family, friends, church activities, social activities. Yeah, get out, socialize. Don't stay shut in. Don't bottle yourself up away from other people. This is also can be detrimental to your mental health. So find others to talk to that have lost loved ones, and that can offer you support and encouragement and guidance and comfort and practical suggestions in dealing with your grief. If your grief seems like it's just too much to bear, seek professional assistance to help work through your grief. It's a sign of strength and not weakness. Because, as I have stated, we all go through grief and sorrow at some times in our life, and how we handle it is the test to our abilities. It's not weak to accept help when it's needed, and we must realize when we need help and get it.